What's going on, guys? Well, as many of you probably know by now, it's December. Everybody should know it's December right now. And of course, at least here in America and probably, a lot of the sadly English speaking world, um, it's Christmas time. Yay! And as you could tell with the intro that we just did, both it's Christmassy with some snow going across, and that this is a custom review. And the reason I bring this up and why it's a Christmassy review is because this is a review of my special Christmas Gundam that I built last year. And I'll go ahead and bring it out right now. Right now. You don't even see it. It's just a bit. Bam! Bam. Oh, yes. This, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, this is my Wing Gundam Noel. And of course, being Noel because Christmas. Yay. And I went with an obvious Christmas colors theme. Got some red and some gold and a little bit of green here. And of course, anybody who knows the Wing Zero custom, you know that this is a massive color change. Well, the white stayed the same, let's be honest here. But the red is a major change from the blue that it tends to be. And yeah, I'm really proud of this. This was the first full-on paint job and kind of custom that I've ever done. The Gray Sky Karibata, that was a full-on, like, really customized kit bash and all that. This is, well, basically I took a Gundam I'd already built and remastered it and just made it better, gave it real paint and, a theme, which is, well, new, realistically. Let me fix this little wing tippy here. I'm going to do what I can to get some good close shots with it. I don't really want to mess with the pose a whole lot. If you know these, I say a lot. If you know these Gundams from this era, some of the joints get a little bit wonky, get a little bit loose, and sometimes fragile. No bueno. And this one, because of its special place that it has to go, I want to be careful with it because I don't want it to get damaged. And I will show, hopefully at the end of this video, what we do with this every year, being that I just built it last year. Alright, I'll take a closer look at the paint as best I can here, because you guys know my tripod ain't that tall. There we go. And I can't remember if this is the Tamiya metallic red or something else. I can't recall, to be totally honest. It was a while back. All I know is it took a lot of red paint. Changing blue to red is not easy. Of course, it took a lot of white primer to get everything on this page. I don't think I primed any of the white pieces because the white didn't change color. The white just got recolored with a pearl white. And it's not blatantly obvious, but you guys can tell it's not a standard white. And of course, coming in close, you can see all of the little gold details I did, especially along here, just highlighting all the different areas, going between gaps, filling it in, painting it with some gold. And if you're wondering, yeah, we got some nice little holly, kind of wreaths going on around all the joints, because it's not really supposed to be like, well, I guess kind of a spirit of Christmas, and kind of in that Dickensian way with the spirit of Christmas. Was it present? Yeah, it had to been present when it was like the big jolly guy, kind of like Santa, but he had like wreath coming out of all of his sleeves and stuff like that. So that's kind of the idea here. So you got a little bit of greenage popping out from down here. This was a pain in the butt. This is actually like that little wired kind that you'd use for little small decorations. I can't recall where I got it from. I know it came from Walmart, but that's all I can remember. But I just kind of stuck it in here. I don't think any of it is glued. It's all just kind of bent and stuck in place. And that's another reason why I don't really mess with it too much. I don't want anything falling off that I can't replace or can't put back easily. That's why it's kind of in this position as it is. Yeah, I do love this thing. Now, I'm noticing here that gold right there isn't that good. Now, what I can't recall, just off the top of my head, I think I just Gundam markered that. Like all of the gold on this is just straight Gundam marker. But I thought for a minute that I actually spray painted that torso part right there, but I did not. That is actually straight up Gundam marker. That's why it looks the way it does. And then of course, once again, I can't go any higher, but I can tilt the camera up just a little bit. Come on. Let me see if I can highlight the face a little bit. Ignore the fact the light isn't going where I want it to. You do get a little bit of different decoration here. So the ears are now gold. The V-fin is gold. I think... No, I just... did I put new sticker in there? I don't know how I did that. I don't think I just painted around it. Now this thing is just pegged into the back with this wing adapter. Let me see if I can just pull it off here without messing too many things up. This thing is surprisingly heavy. Like I'd kind of forgotten. Okay, let's bring the light up just a little bit here. Tilt. Sorry. Production problems, guys. I need more lighting. So we can come in here. Now we can see a little bit better. The shoulder cannons are still there, but they don't get exposed anymore. You see a little bit of the gold around these edges here. I did not mess with that. I just had to kind of cover it when I painted everything else. Taking this thing apart was a pain in the butt to get it actually painted. I do like the way I did this part here with just the gold rim around that. And then, of course, what used to be yellow right here, also painted gold. Even these white parts here with a little bit of gold edging on them, just to make it stand out. Same thing over here on the arms. You do get a little bit of the gold edging and some green paint where it used to be a sticker way back when. And in fact, there's a clear part on the actual model. I always forget that. It kind of has an Iron Man feel, not gonna lie. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. I wanted it to be these colors. All of our Christmas colors last year in our place, which is me and my girlfriend's first place together. It was our first Christmas together, and I wanted to do something special. And that's why I did this. You can see here, just added some green, little pokes of green accent here and there. Like even down here on the knees. Wow, that knee is really loose. So right in there, just a little poke of green just for fun. And I just did this around the edges here. A little gold, like almost gilding, like you would see a gilded book, just around those edges like that. Now, if you're wondering why I did the legs the way I did, think Santa Claus pants. So you get the white cuff that would be like fur down here, and then, of course, the red pants. I didn't do the thighs because that would have been like way too much. And I didn't get a chance to redo the feet because I could not get them apart. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But I love the fact that, you know, it's just kind of a thing I went for. I was like, you know what? Santa Claus would be a close thing. That's why the hands are still white. Because they're like the Santa Claus gloves that you always see. Now, if you're wondering what's going on over here, that is the handle of the twin Buster rifle that normally would be in his hands. Because I had to glue it in place for him to hold it. And because the hand pretty much was stuck like that, I could not get the handle out ever again. Just had to cut it off. So somewhere amongst all these boxes, there's a huge twin Buster rifle just laying around. Okay, let's look at the wings real quick. You do see I got the nice pearlescent. It's not super pearly, but it is something on there. You get a nice shine to it. It's a little bit of metallic. I mean, they say pearl white. Realistically, it's like metallic white. And honestly, while it looks decent, I'm not too happy with the gold I put on the wingtips and stuff. It's not perfect. Now, fun fact, before I painted the, was it before I did the primer? I can't recall. I'm trying to remember which order I did it in. I think I put on gold prior to putting on the pearl white. And it left a cool, almost silverish effect, like where the paint was. Like you just weren't seeing the gold, but you were seeing everything else. But then I just went over that same area with fresh gold on the outside. Almost like pre-shading, but with gold. It didn't work out the way I planned, but it still looks pretty decent. You do get the wing separation, just like before. And yep, you do get some nice gold underneath there. And it does that on both wings, but I don't mess with that because, once again, we don't want things to get jacked up before it gets installed where it's supposed to be. We'll come around to the back. Once again, I'm handling this delicately. And you see, I've got some panel lining in there. I was going to paint this gold, but I thought it'd be a little too much, to be honest. But I did get just the edge of the wing there with some gold. Go ahead and close those back up. And these are a little bit loose. Just the joints have never been great on this. I've tried fixing them in a few places. It doesn't work out too well. And of course, you can see the back sides of the wings or the undersides of the wings. They got nothing. It is what it is, guys. You're not going to see that part. But this was one of my first ever full paint jobs on a Gunpla kit, and I'm really, really proud of it, guys. And it will have a home on the top of our tree. This is my tree topper. That's the whole point. That's why it's an angel. That's why it's Christmas theme. This is our tree topper here in our home. And I will cut to putting it on the tree right now. All right, guys. So here we have it, ready to be mounted. Even with a nice festive candy cane in his hand. I just happened to find those at Michael's this year. So what we've got here, if you know the Wing Zero, you've got the kind of weird backpack mounty thing there. And of course up here I have the actual mount for it. I'm going to see if I can do this one-handed. Holy crap, I did that one-handed. That looks pretty good. Let me straighten it up just a little bit, because it is zip tied to the main stalk of the tree. Baby, if you would hit the lights, please. And hit the Christmas tree. There we go. It's Christmas time, guys. So that is our lovely Christmas tree that my beautiful girlfriend decorated. And of course, this is my contribution at this point. I know it's probably hard to see with the awkward lighting, but I think it's pretty. Why is it so crooked though? Maybe. Okay. That's a little bit better. So there we have it. This is the end of the Wing Gundam Noel review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is awesome, and maybe it inspired you to do something really silly and put a Gundam on top of your tree. And I'm considering taking all of our little petite guys and making little ornaments. I think that would be fun. So hope you guys have enjoyed this and you have a Merry Christmas, and remember to always keep on building.